everybody had a good holiday, and some of our guys had an extended break. Hopefully they spent most of it at home, even though they couldn't get out because of the weather. Um, I think today will probably be our first practice. We have everybody, and we started on Monday, but just because of the weather and flight delays, and so today will be our first full practice where we have everybody. The majority have practiced 3 times. We went Monday night, we had doubles yesterday.
You already gone today?
No, the guys had weightlifting this morning, so no, we'll just go. We practice at 2 o'clock today. 2 o'clock today, tomorrow, and then New Year's morning.
Obviously, a great first half. Excited, must be excited to continue it. It's been kind of tough to be sitting and waiting and stuff.
No, where we sat during the break was kind of nice. We didn't have to worry about playing the game. We didn't move. We're in a good situation, and just anxious to get back at it. To be honest with you, I mean, we got the guys get home for basically a week, but we're looking forward to getting back at it.
What were you most pleased about in the first half?
I thought our specialty situations ended up having a good first half. I thought our younger guys stepped in and played some key roles for us. I mean, you can just quickly go back to our last game with, Salingo's line. They played very, very well. They were like our third line, but they contributed. Specifically, but. The younger guys have stepped in and filled an important role, giving us the depth that we were looking for.
Mm-hmm.
The first line had pretty good first half, and everybody is aware of who they are, so they got a lot of attention. And yet they made some scored some key goals for us at key times, whether it's overtime, whether it's the goalie pulled out.
You guys showed a lot of resiliency in that first half.
Yeah, the first half they
back.
did. And I give credit to the older guys, and they had. They stayed focused. They weren't rattled at the end. We pulled the goalie twice and scored, and that was our seniors. And and DiGirolamo, honestly, he came out and has made himself a name, and he played well in that. So I was obviously pleased with the first half. I thought we played better than I thought we would for the first half.
Mm-hmm.
I was always hoping that we'd get better as the season goes on here, so which hopefully we'll continue to do.
And the way you guys won that main game must have been sweet.
It was sweet. It was, and how
it doesn't happen to them often up there.
How it happened, it was great. It was exciting. It's a great atmosphere up there. Their atmosphere is as good as there is.
I was channel flopping between the football game and your game, and when I flipped it back, you guys had gone to 3-2, and I figured I'll stay with this, see what happens.
Yeah, it was a very even played game, to be honest with you. I mean, I felt we should not have been behind 3-1. It was a 1-goal game. That was the kind of game it was, and we just made some key plays at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Matty made a huge save off of Flynn when it was 3-1, a breakaway. That was huge to keep us in there, and then we came back right after that and scored. So,
is it fair to say this team maybe surpassed your expectations a little bit for the first half? Or?
I think we played better the first half than I thought we would have. I think we, the Berezniak, filled in a key position for us. John Henryon, some of these younger guys played well for us. Henryon is a sophomore.
You kind of, and I know you have faith in Matt, but he was still a question mark coming in. I mean, he hadn't really.
Yeah, but I think everybody, having, knowing him and practicing what he's capable of doing, you just never know what he was going to do under, in key situations, especially going to Cornell, going to Miami, and he's handled it all very well. He's a kid that doesn't. He loves it, and he likes the big games and knows how to compete in them.
I was able to get back. I don't know how. It was pretty rough flight coming into Boston, but me and Kessel were on the same flight coming in.
Sunday night or Sunday day?
It was Monday morning.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just kind of overall, ready for the second half, kind of excited, I assume, after having this much time off and kind of recharged a little bit? Or?
Yeah, it was nice to get home and rest a little bit, but yeah, everyone was excited to get back, and it was good to see everyone, and we've had a couple practices now, and usually the first couple just shaking the rust off a bit and getting back in the groove of things, so it feels good to get back in routine and ready to play.
The way the first half went, I mean, you guys would have been content just to keep going.
Yeah, we were happy with how we went and how we finished in the first half, but it was nice getting a little break to rest, and we're ready to keep doing the same things we were doing in the first half again here.
The first half you guys had, did you guys exceed expectations at all, or is this?
I don't think so. I think coming into UNH, that's always an expectation, I think, and it's always been the 3 years I've been here, and it's no different this year. We always want to, be on top and stay on top. So, we've put ourselves in good position, but we know pretty quickly you can lose things and drop. So, we're just going game by game and focusing on St. Lawrence right now.
How about the resiliency the team showed in the first half? You guys came back on a number of occasions, capped by the main game, which must have been pretty sweet.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to win that in overtime up there the way we did, and I think it just shows a lot of character of our team, how we came back and we were able to a couple times, and like Merrimack we were down in the third and in Maine, so it was good to get those type of wins, but hopefully we don't put ourselves in that position too many times.
No, you guys are very adamant, obviously, about winning the game right going into break. Could you still take momentum from that, I think, or was it more of a confidence builder going into the second half?
I think it was a little bit of both. I think it definitely helped our confidence. It would have been tough, a long break, losing that game, and it was nice to win it, but I think it's a new half, new season, and we've kind of put it behind us, and we're not too high on it right now. We're just looking forward to what's next.
So is that how you're looking at it, as a new season?
Yeah, exactly. Fresh start, and it's it's a long season we still have ahead of us, so we're ready to get at work.
Down 3-1 to them in the third. Was confident you guys could come back. You'd been there before, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, we do it if we kept working that good things were going to happen and we were going to get opportunities, and fortunately at the end we were able to put a couple in. So I just think we had the mindset we weren't going to quit, and we were able to put a couple in.
I mean, your line's been really productive so far. How big was it to get some of the younger kids, particularly the main game? They came through for you.
Oh, absolutely. That line, Salingo and Gumas, they've played, all the freshmen have played well the first half, and it was really good to see those guys get those points. I was really happy for them, and I think that's just going to increase as the season goes. I think their production has been great. It's not always on the scorecard is how well they're playing, and they've been doing well all year, and I think it'll continue to improve.
Get back to the games, and it's been a pretty long break.
Yeah, it's been too long. I'm very excited.
What kind of goals you have heading into the second half and stuff? I mean, obviously you had a very impressive first half as a team, as an individual and stuff.
Definitely have a lot of individual goals. I always want to strive to perfection, make shutouts, and just making my team better in practice. Little goals like that. As a goalie, you can kind of be selfish in the fact that, if I don't stop a goal, you give your team a pretty good chance, and I can be selfish that way. But in reality, just every day coming to the rink, working hard is a really good goal to have. And as teams, of course, winning. Everyone wants to get to the dance and win that. So
You said you want to make your team better in practice. Mike was just in here saying that you're very vocal on the ice, and you let players know if their shots aren't going in and things like that. Is that partially how you try to make them better?
Definitely. If they can't score on me, they're gonna have a tough time scoring on other goalies too. So just come. If I come to work every day and work hard, it's fun. It's fun too for me. I mean, I don't like letting goals in, and they don't like when I stop them. So some days I like to let them know and be a little vocal.
Have you always been that way in practice and through your career? Or
Actually, I was when I played in juniors, but then I kind of lost that when I first got here because I wasn't the guy. I was timid, and then definitely started bringing it back, and it makes me play better too. It makes me have a little jam when I'm on the ice and have some fun.
Is that during games too, or just practice?
Just practice. I don't say a word during games.
Have you surprised yourself at all by the way you played in the first half, or were you confident this is what you could give this team?
I wasn't surprised. I mean, I worked my butt off for the past 3 years. I mean, basically since junior, so I knew something good was going to happen. And I always thought if you work hard, if you put your work into it, good things will happen.
How tough was it to sit?
It was very tough, but I knew that coming in, so it wasn't a big surprise to me that I was going to sit, but it was more of a mental thing than actual physically sitting every game, and it makes you just a stronger person.
The practices sort of become your games.
Oh, definitely.
At that point.
Definitely. I mean, right now, Jeff Wire's doing the same thing I did, and he's taking great strides in the same way. Starting to take practice much more seriously. And when I was a sophomore, I did goalie skates with Coach Lasan every day. I even did them before games, and he's starting to do that now, which is really good.
Can you help him in that way, knowing that he's going through what you've been through?
Oh, definitely.
And I'm sure the veterans probably helped you.
Foster did a great job just letting me know he was the same situation. Don't worry about it. He had some bad games his freshman year, or it might have been his sophomore year, and just let him go and just come back the next day.
You mentioned that. Is that make it particularly tough? I mean, when you did play as a freshman, you had some tough games and stuff, and to have those that you're kind of sitting on as opposed to having a couple of standout games, does that make it even tougher, you think, not to not have a chance to kind of redeem them?
It definitely freshman year it had effect, but it was more of a motivation just to get better every day, knowing that Foster could get hurt at any time, and I just had to be ready.